Welcome back, Seahawks. I'm back with my co-host, Neil Lewis, and we are here to bring you the third episode of Seahawks Central Sports.
That's right, Peyton. Today we've got updates on golf, men's and women's soccer, men's tennis, and volleyball. Let's get to it.
Hats off to UNCW sophomore Segundo Oliva Pinto, who led the Seahawks as an individual with a score of 192 through the three-day tournament at the Golf Week Program Challenge at the Caledonia Golf and Fish Club. Pinto finished 18 under par for the tournament and recorded 16 birdies on his way to being crowned the winner of the tournament. He now owns the UNCW single-round record at 64 and the tournament scoring record with 192. Derek Wallace previously held the record with 201 in 2008. Way to go, Segundo. Overall, the men ended up tying Elon for sixth place in the tournament. Now, the ladies experienced a similar outcome with sophomore Pew Kine shooting a 67 and ending 5 under par for the tournament. Kine received medalist honors and secured her second career tournament win. Freshman Mallory Phobes shot a 225 and tied for 32nd place, while the Seahawks scored a team overall 866 and placed 7th in the tournament. UNCW golf won't be back in action until September 27th through the 29th. They will be competing in the Payton Invitational.
Men's soccer pushed their game against Presbyterian by one night, but that didn't stop the Seahawks from shutting out the Blue Hose 3-0. It was a quiet first half, but the boys went on the offensive in the second. Goals came from Mark Lindstrom in the 80th minute, Jalen Anderson in the 82nd, and Philip Goodrum in the 83rd. Men's soccer then faced William & Mary, and the game ended in a tie 1-1 after a double overtime. The Tribe scored in the very first minute of the game and led the game until senior Philip Goodrum tied it up in the last 2 minutes of the game. Being the first CAA game for the Seahawks, they currently sit at 0-1 on the regular season. They'll face Delaware next on Saturday, September 21st.
UNCW hosted Middle Tennessee at the UNCW soccer field and made quick work of the Blue Raiders behind junior Audrey Harding's 2-goal performance. Together, the Seahawks recorded a 3-goal first half starting in the 10th minute with freshman Jordan Favor's first ever goal in collegiate play. 17 minutes later, Harding scored one of her 2 goals off a rebound from junior Tyra Pack. Redshirt junior Grace Hersey ended the half with her first goal of the season. Harding rounded out the scoring with her second goal in the 83rd minute. Audrey Harding has received a CAA Player of the Week for her efforts in this past week's matchups. Way to go, Audrey. The Seahawks ended up winning 5-1 against Middle Tennessee before heading into their Sunday matchup against number 16 Virginia Tech to conclude the battle at the beach tournament. The women couldn't seem to find the net with only recording 2 shots on the goal. Virginia Tech scored early in the first half and secured the win with their smothering defense and perfect ball control. The Seahawks dropped to 4-3 on the season and will face Elon on September 26 to begin CAA play.
Men's tennis hosted the Southern Exposure Sunroom's Seahawk Fall Invite on September 13th through the 15th. The Hawks went 25-13 overall in the matches. Michael Morphy and Dylan Gooch won the Flight C double. The two then split up to dominate in singles. Morphy picked up the W in the Flight D1 singles bracket, while Dylan Gooch won the Flight C singles bracket. Michael Copeland and Austin Hussey also held it down for the dub by winning the Flight B doubles bracket. Men's tennis will travel to Durham to play in Duke's Fab 4 Invite Tournament September 20th through the 22nd.
The Volleyhawks traveled to Davidson, North Carolina to compete in the Davidson Invitational. Behind senior Kendall Bender's 9 kills and 5 aces, UNCW made a clean sweep of NC Central in 3 straight sets. The next day, the Seahawks faced Presbyterian and Davidson in a doubleheader to round out the tournament. UNCW defeated Presbyterian 3-1 even though they dropped the first set. The errors seemed to get best of the Hawks, and that allowed Davidson to complete a clean sweep to win their own tournament. The Seahawks went 2-1 in the tournament, and freshman Katie Lands and senior Kendall Bender were selected to the all-tournament team. After this tournament, the Seahawks stand at 8-2 on the season and are set to host the Hampton Inn Seahawk Classic right here in the Port City.
That's all for this week's episode. We'll be back next Friday with more athletic updates on Facebook and YouTube at UNCW TealTV.
Be sure to follow our Twitter page at TealTV_sports for more live updates on UNCW athletic events, and our Instagram page at TealTV_sports for recaps on events you may have missed during the week. That'll do it for us this week. Be sure to tune in next week for another edition of Seahawks Central Sports. I'm Peyton Goodwin.
And I'm Neil Lewis. And always remember, be real
and keep it teal. Have a great weekend, Seahawks.